Several hundred Rockwall High School students were absent on Monday after becoming sick over the weekend from a stomach virus. We have interviews with Sheri Fowler, who's the Director of Communications for the Rockwall Independent School District, and Dr. Bonacquisti, who's the Medical Director for Presbyterian Hospital here in Rockwall.
There have been a number of illnesses. We realized midweek, last week around Wednesday evening, that we had a few isolated incidents around the district of some families being ill with a stomach virus, and those were at different campuses, just a few here and there. And then over the weekend we had some reports, mainly via Facebook actually, that there were a number of students at Rockwall High School that had developed the same type of stomach bug. And on Monday, when the administrator showed up at Rockwall High School, there was a very high percentage of students out, higher than normal. It was about 16.4%, which is about 380 students. Not all those were stomach virus related, but a lot of them were. So that was a high percentage for us. Fortunately, yesterday that went down significantly to about 11%, and then today it's even gone down further to about 7%. Our normal attendance rate at Rockwall High School on just a normal day is about 4 to 5%. Sometimes during flu season it can be as high as 8%. So we're getting back down into our normal ranges now.
Do you have any idea how this happened, that it's primarily at Rockwall High School?
Well, it's just anecdotal evidence, but you know, as I said, we did know some families were ill in other areas of the district late last week, and then we had a big football game Friday night, and a lot of the kids that were sick, not all of them, but many of them were in our athletic program, our football program, or our cheer or our drill program. And so those kids were being transported by buses, all in close quarters, and if you've ever had a stomach virus in your family, you know that that gets around before you even realize you're sick. So our anecdotal evidence kind of supports that just those kids in close quarters, and there was another extracurricular activity on Saturday that a number of the students were at, that they were just really passing it around in the way you would any highly contagious stomach bug.
So did you notice any other attendance problems at other schools?
No, we've been monitoring all the numbers across the district, and other than like the isolated incidents that I spoke about, really the concentrated outbreak was definitely at Rockwall High School, and it's been about a 24-hour bug, so a lot of those kids got sick over the weekend and then were better by yesterday, most of them back at school.
Have you had many more sick children coming in?
Well, I don't think the numbers have changed at all. All we're seeing here at the hospital are those that have gotten to the point where they're so dehydrated they need IV fluids in order to rehydrate, or they can't stop the vomiting and then they come to the emergency room.
Now, how many students approximately have you seen?
I'm guessing probably around 20 thus far.
And were the majority of them on Monday?
The majority of them were over the weekend. I don't know that we've seen a great deal more this week. Since the weekend was over, but a lot of them were over the weekend.
Now, why do you suppose it was primarily at Rockwall High School?
I think that's probably where the virus started, and it will probably trickle down into the lower grades. For most of the high school kids, they have younger siblings, and those that have younger siblings will probably start to see the virus in the younger grades.
So the grade schools maybe better get prepared.
It may happen.
How is this virus spread?
The virus is spread through contact. The best way to avoid it is by washing hands, particularly before you're going to eat or place anything in your mouth. You want to continually be washing your hands. If you're touching anything that's in a public area, if you're in the restroom, you want to make sure that you're using good hygiene.
Do you see many other viruses like this?
Yeah, if you look at the national averages in the United States, most children will experience a little over 2 diarrheal viral episodes per year. So this is not completely unusual. Now, to see the massive number that they had at Rockwall High School on Monday that were out, that is a little bit unusual. But to have this type of illness circulating this time of year is not that unusual.
J.J. Smith for the RockwallNews.com.